Music videos, let's give it a try. Now this is a story all about how my analytics got flipped upside down.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello folks, welcome back to vidIQ. My name is Rob. If this is your first time here, we are the YouTube tool and channel that aims to help you get more views in less time. And today, we've got no time to waste. We've got 30 video ideas to help kickstart your channel. Let's do this. Set yourself a challenge and document it. Whether it's learning to speak French, drive a car, walk across a suspension bridge if you have a fear of heights, the journey towards that goal is often more interesting to the viewer than the destination itself. Video collabing, it's a proven route to success. Indeedly doodly. No, I said video collabing, not video cloning. Two channels collaborating, uniting their audience, giving you the opportunity to share your content amongst a fresh pair of eyes with similar interests. But you have to do this strategically. You can't just target the largest channel you know and ask for a shout out or a collaboration. You've got to build trust, start a conversation. Go to the videos of the channels that you admire and comment on their work. Respond to the comments from people posting on your videos. Build up a network, and then you can start to work to make videos together and share that ubiquitous audience. Reaction videos always go down well with movie trailers, video games, technology. So when the concluding part to the Infinity Wars is released, or the next Call of Duty game, or the iPhone 11, do a reaction video. Whether your audience laughs with you, disagrees with you, you're creating a conversation. For example, this is my reaction to Jurassic Park: The Fallen Kingdom. Just no. You have a huge video generating tool at your disposal, and that is your audience. So folks, it's over to you. What would you like to see on vidIQ next? Let us know in the comments below, and who knows, they could transform themselves into video ideas. You should try exactly the same on your channel. Spend time investigating cluster channels. Those are channels with videos that appear on the suggested column of your videos, and when you're searching for keyword phrases that you're interested in, it's those channels that appear regularly in those search terms. You're sharing the same YouTube space, and what content is working for them may work for you as well once you put your own style on it. Lists and numbers videos, they always work well on YouTube. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but we're actually we're kind of doing one now. It creates tension and expectation. And if one suggestion in the list is rubbish, that's alright, because we're moving on to the next one right now. Take your keyword phrase, whether it be how to lose weight after pregnancy, how to record your iPhone, or how to get more YouTube views, and then rework that phrase and see what ideas come out of your head. For example, how to lose weight after pregnancy on a vegan diet, how to screen record your iPhone for free, or how to get more views in 2018 with tips videos. This one is completely off the cuff. Just press record and see what comes out of your mouth. Talk about your YouTube channel. That stream of consciousness may create an idea that suddenly jumps into your head. I've got an idea right now, which is going to be how to just talk to camera naturally, and it'll just work all out in the end. And yeah, I'm really waffling, so let's move on to the next idea. Try to add a cliffhanger to every video that's only resolved at the end, or runs on to the next piece of content that you have on your channel. Kind of like this video you're watching right now. Tentpole events. These are things that you know are going to happen in the future and you should prepare for. Whether it's a one-off thing or a seasonal thing, make sure you have the video ready to go just as interest peaks. For example, if you're an education channel, back to school videos are always successful right at the end of summer. Turn the mundane into exciting. Pick something from your daily routine and add some pizzazz to it. If you don't believe me on this, search for brushing my teeth and see which video has nearly 3 million views. As your filming and video editing skills improve, there comes a point where your audience asks you, how do you do that, or what do you use to make your videos? If there's demand for it, you should supply it. Things here at vidIQ though are a little chaotic. Case studies are always an interesting topic, especially on educational videos. We've got one right here. Check it out right now if you're interested. If you haven't done this before, live stream on YouTube. It's both an exciting and absolutely terrifying experience at the same time, but it is a unique and direct way of communicating with your audience, and before you know it, you'll be riffing with them, lots of chemistry going on, and it may generate more video ideas for you. You're just never sure what you're going to say next. a bit like I am now. If you usually make videos that are 5 minutes long, try this. Make a video that's 10 minutes long. It will completely change your way of thinking when it comes to telling a story, editing the video, how you package the whole thing together. It may give you completely new video ideas. If you think lengthening your videos is a terrible idea, I bet you can guess what's coming next. Let's flip this idea on its head and shorten the video. If it's usually 5 minutes long, aim for 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Edit ruthlessly, see if that changes the pace and the tone of the video. Music videos, let's give it a try. Now this is a story all about how my analytics got flipped upside down. In North California, born and raised, compiling in databases is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing like a dude, watching nothing but videos on YouTube. When a couple of bugs who were up to no good started causing trouble in my Chrome extension. Every time you record a video, it doesn't have to be a one-time shot. You could repurpose that content into something a lot bigger. Say you have a collection of tips that would go nicely together into a DIY series, or you have a number of videos that you realise have a good beginning, middle and end. You could edit that into a story itself. Or, let's be honest, you could have loads of outtakes, slapstick, comedy that just didn't really work well. It was on the cutting room floor. Put it all together, you've got a nice montage video. Is that really successful video you made a couple of years ago still relevant today? This is certainly prevalent in technology, video games, news, politics. The tips that you suggested, the opinions that you had, the news stories that you covered, has all of that completely changed, and can you update your video? Now may be the perfect opportunity. Here's another fun reaction style video you can do. Read out comments from your channel. Cesaro is a multitasker. Well done, Cesaro. For the last time, I am not Cesaro from WWE. Now, let's say you have a problem and you come to the internet for a solution, but you don't find it immediately. It takes 30 minutes, even up to an hour. Very frustrating for you. Does it have to be so frustrating for everybody else who wants to know the same answer? No. Why? That's where you come in. You could do a video tutorial that answers this question quicker than anyone else, better than anyone else, and instead of it taking an hour to find a solution, you're providing it literally within minutes on YouTube. You go to the top of the search rankings, there you have evergreen content. When you make a video about a thing, for example, 5 things I love about YouTube, consider how you might be able to subvert that idea for more videos. An example might be 5 YouTubers who inspire me, or 5 tools that I use every day on YouTube. vidIQ should be one of them. Or another one could be 5 things I hate about YouTube. Actually, you might need a bigger list for that one. Now, this next one's going to sound relatively straightforward and obvious, but I'm completely guilty of not doing this myself. When I get a video idea, I think, yeah, that's a really good one, I'll work on it later, and I forget to jot it down, and then when it comes to creating videos, I've completely forgotten what the idea was. So, when an idea pops into your head, whether you're on the train, shopping, even in the bath, write it down, put it on an app. Just make sure you have the genesis of the idea while it's in your head, and you can flesh it out later. What's in my types of videos are always a hoot as well. So whether it be what's in your car, what's in your backpack, what's in your wardrobe, give it a try. In fact, let's do it right now. What's in my shelving units behind me? Let's take a look. Jesus Christ. This next one happens to all of us. It's unavoidable, can jump out of nowhere. Video creator's block. No matter how much you try and think your way out of a problem, it's just not going to happen for you on that particular day, hour, week. Take a break. See ya. Just don't forget to subscribe. Room tours also prove popular as well, especially if it's something to do with your editing location. Here's mine. Yep, it's not complete yet, and it probably never will be, but this is where all the vidIQ magic happens. Any questions? Pop them in the comments below. This next one comes from the vidIQ Bible as well, and that is to double down on your best content. It stands to reason that the most popular videos will have traction versus ones that don't do as well. We've got the vidIQ channel audit tool that shows you your best performing videos in terms of watch time, subscribers gained, highest engagement. Look at them and see what to do next. As well as what's in my videos, you can also try what's on my videos as well. Examples might be what's on my Netflix wish list, what's on my iPhone, or what's on my to-do list. We've said this before, and you know what? We're not afraid to say it again because it is a tried and tested formula. Make videos that you're passionate about. The more passionate you are, the more it will reflect in your videos because you'll be 100% committed to them. If you've got a hidden talent you haven't shown off in one of your videos yet, now's the time. One take, Wilson! Stop sniffing the camera. If there's one thing you should never lose sight of when you're thinking up of video ideas, it's to have fun with the creative process. No doubt, as you've seen throughout this video. But maybe talking to a stuffed animal is taking it a little too far. Enjoy the rest of your video making day. Bye for now.